Okay, so water reabsorption in the nephrons. So I want the big thing in the anatomy class. We spend so much time going over this. So I'm trying not to give you too much, but trying to give you enough that you understand. Okay, so the idea is we filter out more than we need to. So there's too much water in there. There's glucose. There's amino acids. They're going to come through here. Okay, in the PCT, we reabsorb a lot of water. We reabsorb electrolytes. We reabsorb nutrients. Okay, there's still a lot of water in our urine. So because of the way that kidneys are made, okay, with this high salt concentration down here, and the way that these cells are, that these will let water leave, but these will let sodium leave, sodium and chloride leave. What it does, the nephron loop, what it does is it concentrates our urine. So it allows us to take a lot of the water out. Okay, we can also, with hormones, change the urine output. And we can use the hormones to regulate the water balance. Okay, come on. Okay, now, the next hormone, which I was mentioned in the slide 2 slides ago, one of them is called antidiuretic hormone. Okay, so ADH, it's also known as vasopressin. So vasopressin is how they market it as a drug. So diuretic makes you urinate, antidiuretic causes you not to. So what happens is if you're dehydrated, that tells your hypothalamus, which is a component of your brain, that you're dehydrated. Okay, your blood concentration goes up. The hypothalamus tells this other part of your brain, the posterior pituitary, to release antidiuretic hormone. Antidiuretic hormone will cause us to retain more water. When we retain water, our urine output goes down. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, if you drink beer or whatever, go out and you drink alcohol. Alcohol inhibits secretion of antidiuretic hormone. Okay, so what it does is you make more urine. Okay, so you're going to the bathroom all the time after you start drinking. And so if you make more urine, you also become dehydrated. Okay, now, renal function disorders. Okay, so diabetes, high blood pressure, and inherited conditions, okay, so genetic concerns, are the most common cause of renal disease and kidney failure. Okay, so here's some things. Urethritis is a UTI, so that's an infection of the urethra. Okay, cystitis is an infection of the bladder. And then pyelonephritis is an infection of the kidneys. Kidney stones, it can happen because you have a pH imbalance or you have too much calcium, and what it can cause are hard granules to form in the renal pelvis. Okay, so it could be caused by UTIs, it could be caused by an enlarged prostate, but they hurt. Okay, so the stones accumulate and they can't get through the ureter. Okay, uremia. This is when you become toxic, so you have high levels of urea or other wastes like uric acid. They accumulate in the blood. Okay, water salts are retained because the nephrons are damaged. The nephrons aren't doing their job anymore. Okay, so kidney failure is primary metabolic. Okay, wait a minute. So the kidney is one of the primary metabolic and secretory organs of the body. So if your kidney isn't working anymore, drugs are not going to be metabolized and they're not going to be broken down. Okay, so you can't take things or they're going to build up in your body. So they measure kidney failure by this serum creatinine. So less than 1.6 is normal. Okay, less than 15. Okay, so creatinine clearance. So they'll give you creatinine. So what they're going to do is they're going to give you creatinine and they're going to measure it to see if it's in your serum and if you're going to clear it. Okay, so this is just the number that they use to see if you need dialysis or not. Okay, so how can kidney failure be treated? So one way is called hemodialysis. Okay, so hemo would be blood, okay, and dialysis. So it's a machine. It's kind of like an artificial kidney. So it's a series of like buffers and membranes, filters. Okay, and what they're going to do is they're going to add and subtract substances to the blood as needed. So they take the blood out of you, they put it through the dialysis machine, and then put the blood back into you. So you're stuck there. You're hooked to this machine so many times a week, like maybe every day or every other day a week. Okay, now there's this other kind of dialysis that's called CAPD. Okay, so continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis. So what they do, this one is not as, it doesn't, like, so you go about your normal life without interruption. So what they do, the peritoneum is the membrane that's around your abdominal organs. So they'll insert saline into the like under your abdomen, in your abdomen, in between the skin and the peritoneum. They put water, or like saline, buffered water in there, and it's going to add some water to your body, and it's going to actually flush the toxins out. So it's a new, you'll have to look it up and read about it. I'll try to put a link up about it, but it's newer, and people like it better because they don't have to be stuck to a machine. Okay, and then the third way to treat kidney failure is kidney replacement. So they do kidney transplants. You just need one. Okay, so somebody that hasn't died could give you one kidney because they have two. Okay, and it's very successful. Okay, now, how do we get rid of urine? So urine storage and elimination. Okay. Okay, so composition and properties of urine. Normally, the urine appears clear to yellow, yellowy orange, amber colored. It could be red if you eat beets. It could be cloudy if you have a bacterial or a yeast infection. There's also, if you take certain vitamins, it gets real fluorescent yellow. Different things will change the color. Okay, the odor, they say the odor's not bad. Okay, sometimes it can be ammonia-y, it could be a little fruity, but usually it's not really strong. Okay, the specific gravity is the density. Okay, so the density of the urine can change. So the density of water is 1.00. So if you're drinking a lot of water, your urine density will be really low. So 1.001 to 1.028. You guys don't have to remember those numbers. If you're dehydrated, okay, and your urine looks really yellow or kind of brown, the specific gravity of it's going to be higher. Okay, the pH range of urine is between 4.5 and 8.2. Usually it's about 6. What you can eat can influence that. Okay, and urine, it's 95% water, 5% solutes. The solutes are urea, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, creatinine, uric acid. Urine is sterile when it leaves the kidney, but it has to go through the bladder and the urethra, and the urethra is open to the outside, so that's where bacteria get picked up. Okay.